Hey there, coffee lovers. Logan here, professional barista for MajestyCoffee.com, and today I'm here with these two grinders, the Mahlkonig X54 all-round home grinder and the Eureka Mignon Specialita. Gonna compare and contrast the two, go over the features and specs, show you these machines in action, and help you decide which of these two is right for you. So let's get started. Alright, so first things first, let's go over these two machines, starting with the Mahlkonig X54 all-round home grinder. This machine boasts 54mm flat steel burrs, it runs 1050 RPMs, 120 watt motor at 110 volts, so your standard outlet. The hopper up top here is an indestructible 500 gram hopper. Down below here we have your stepless micrometric adjustments, which can bring you from French press all the way down to espresso. Below that we have this nice fork here, and Mahlkonig also provides another adapter so you can grind into a cup provided. Below that we have this nice magnetic tray to catch any extra grounds. And then we also have this really nice LED display here with a dial on the side to make adjustments and program 4 different options into there. On the side over here is the button release for this adapter attachment right here. And on the back is the power button. The X54 is well known for being compact, quiet, low retention, and low clumping as well. Alright, so now let's compare that to the Eureka Mignon Specialita. This grinder is going to boast 55mm flat steel burrs, quite similar to our other grinder. It is going to have the stepless micrometric adjustments, taking you from French press all the way down to espresso. This grinder, however, is going to run 1350 RPMs as opposed to the 1050 on the Mahlkonig. It's going to be 260 watt motor at 110 volts, so your standard outlet, but it does pack quite a bit more power and will be a quicker grinder. Down below here we do have that adjustable fork to hold your portafilter into place. Above that we have this really nice touchscreen display with 2 options that are programmable on there and a plus and minus to control that. On the side over here is your stepless micrometric adjustment dial with markings on the side similar to the Mahlkonig, and on the side over here is your power switch. Up top here is our 300 gram hopper, just a slight difference from the 500 in the X54. The Mignon Specialita is well known for being quiet with low retention and low clumping as well. So these are two very similar grinders, and it's going to be very fun to compare the two. Alright, so let's recap the similarities between these two grinders. The burr size in both of these is going to be quite similar, with this one being 54 and this one being 55. Not too much of a difference, and they are both flat and steel. Both of these grinders have those stepless micrometric adjustment dials on the side, and both of them have markings on them, which is quite helpful. Both of these machines also have these really nice displays and programmability options. So now let's talk about the differences between these two grinders. Let's start at the top here with the two hoppers. Though they are made of a similar indestructible material, a hard plastic, the X54 is going to come in at 500 grams when the Eureka Mignon is going to come in at 300 grams, so a slight difference there. In terms of the micrometric adjustments on the side, we have a smaller dial here on the Eureka and a larger one on the Mahlkonig. And something I noticed was it was slightly easier to adjust the Eureka while grinding, and it gave a little bit more resistance when adjusting the X54, which for me wasn't a bad thing. Another major difference here being these two displays. They are quite different and each has some pros and some cons. Starting with the X54, it's more of an analog display where you can see your display real time, and then you use this dial on the side to adjust and program in your different recipes. And with this machine you can program 4 recipes, as well as there is a manual dosing button on the side for continuous dosing. Comparing that to the Eureka Mignon, this is totally touchscreen over here, and while very nice, it is is something you need to keep in mind in case your hands are wet and you also don't want to press things too roughly. This one you only have two options to program in here, a single and double dose, though you could program in whatever you'd like. And if you press and hold both of those, you get a continuous dosing button as well. One thing that is much different is that this display is much brighter than the Mahlkonig's, so it is nice to be able to see your time in such a large, bright display. Below that, we have this really nice adjustable fork here that allows you to do hands-free grinding and can be adjusted for a wide range of portafilters. You can also completely remove that fork if you wanted to dose into something larger. So on the X54 over here, our fork is much larger, a bit sturdier as well, and then it does pop out like so. So this is that other adapter provided from Mahlkonig. You simply press that button and slide it into place like so, and then you can dose into the cup like that. In addition to this nice adapter, the chute on the X54 also does go slightly up and slightly down one click to give you a little bit of a range of motion that the Mignon does not offer. This chute is also easily removable for cleaning, which is a really nice feature. The next major difference is going to be the build quality and the weight of these two machines, with the Eureka Mignon Specialita being quite a bit heavier and quite a bit more solid in the build quality, and the X54 using a bit different materials here and being a lot lighter. I would say both of these machines do a great job being very quiet, very efficient, having low retention, and also not having too much clumping in your espresso. Another interesting difference between these two machines that was kind of odd to me was that the Mahlkonig has this feature where if you begin grinding and remove your portafilter, the clock will stop, and if you wait more than 5 seconds, it will reset your shot timer and you'll start from the beginning. Whereas the Eureka, when you grind and stop, it will simply stay at the time where you stopped it. To me, this wasn't really a big hang up, but just something that I noticed was quite different. All right, so now let's show you what each machine looks and sounds like while grinding. So starting with the X54 on the left here, we're going to give you a close-up and show you the different features here. There are 4 different programmable options as controlled by this dial. To program one of these 4 options, you want to press and hold the dial. Then you can press it again to switch between the seconds. On the left over here is your continuous start-stop button. Down below here is that slightly adjustable chute. And then we also have this fork here, which can be removed by pressing the button on the side like so, and then press again to place that back in. So let's grind out a shot of espresso and show you that machine in action. A very quiet grinder, dosing out just a little under 18 grams there in 13.5 seconds. And I do have it on a fairly fine grind. We're looking at just above the 3 notch. And now let's quickly grind another to show you what that retention looks like. So we went from 17.7 to 18 on the nose there. So just about 0.3 of a difference, not too bad. All right, so now let's show you that continuous dosing option by switching out our fork here. Press and hold that button. That removes just like so. And then press and hold to slip in the other attachment there. They provide this nice dosing cup there to dose your grounds into, and I'm going to show you the continuous on the side here. It says start, stop, and a really nice feature, just touch once to start, touch once to stop. This would be a really great feature when you are dialing in, or if you're just underdosing and you need to add a little bit extra on top. All right, now let's show you the Eureka Mignon, the options up top here. We have the plus and minus, your single and double dose, which you can just easily change like so, or press and hold to change faster. Up top on the right here is that stepless micrometric adjustment dial, which is really nice. And then down below here is that adjustable fork with a screw there. So really quite a simple, easy to learn interface. Now let's show you pulling a shot here. Pretty comparable in terms of noise. I would say these machines are really quite similar. You won't see too much of a difference there, just kind of different frequencies actually. So we got 17.3 grams out at just about 9 seconds. So you'll notice these two machines do differ in time. As mentioned before, the Eureka Mignon does have a slightly faster motor. And quickly pulling another shot to show you that retention. 17.4, so just 0.1 of a difference there. And something I did notice was on the first grind with the Eureka, it's always very great and not clumpy at all. And then as you continue to quickly grind, it will get slightly clumpier. So with these two machines, you'll see a comparable amount of clumping, which can be easily remedied with a nice distribution tool. As mentioned before, this fork is easily removable, pops out like so, and then you can place a dosing cup underneath. We'll just borrow ours from the Mahlkonig. And then if you press and hold this single and double at the same time, you'll enter into that continuous dosing button. And at this point, you can grind out for French press, drip coffee, etc. So next, let's go over which of these two machines is going to be the right one for you. These two machines are honestly quite similar, and it would be a true joy to work on either one, though there are some key differences here. The Eureka Mignon Specialita is going to be quite a bit faster with that larger, more powerful motor, and the X54 will be slower, but not to its detriment, because that does provide a bit more accuracy and lower clumping. Something that the Eureka makes up for with its patented ACE technology, which will make sure you don't get too many large clumps. In terms of versatility, these will both be excellent grinders, from taking you all the way to espresso down to French press. So if you wanted to use this for espresso one day, drip coffee the next day, they would both be an excellent option. Though you must remember that you would then have to redial in the next day to get it back to where you'd like. Personally, if I was making more espresso-based drinks, I'd go with the Eureka Mignon Specialita as it's faster and more efficient. And if I was going to be making a wide range of drinks from espresso, drip coffee, French press, I'd go with the X54 for its precision, as well as that nice feature to swap out this fork here. Ultimately, it's up to you to decide which of these is best for you, and the good news is there is no wrong decision, as they're both amazing machines. So I hope I've been able to help you here today, learn something new about these machines, and helped you decide if one of them might be right for you. If you liked what you saw here today, please give our video a thumbs up, comment any questions you may have, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. After that, head on over to majestycoffee.com. Our customer support is standing by via live chat or phone to help you decide which of these machines might be right for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.